Hey, what is up, guys? This is Bo, or Carl Hungus 712. Today I'm bringing you some Black Ops 2 League play with Junior here. We're playing on SnD, which I think it's actually one of the best maps in Call of Duty history. Jesse and I, back in the day, played it like a million times one night, so we ended up getting a little sick of it, but it's another map that plays great on all three game modes and competitive. But I think you guys are really going to like the gameplay. Basically, our team quits out on us, I think, when we go up 2-0. So it's basically just Junior and I versus 4 people. We end up clutching up and we end up winning the match. I think I ended up dropping almost 20 in search. These guys were pretty good too. They were on a team. I ended up getting a message from one of them at the very end of the game just saying, GG, good game, guys. But like I said, I think you guys are going to really enjoy the gameplay, and figured I might give you guys some tips too if you're ever playing League. Especially on Black Ops 2 and, of course, with Black Ops 3 starting up. It sometimes gets frustrating when you join a League match and, the game's not even a quarter of the way over and you're already down a player or 2 or 3. So I'll give you guys some tips on that, too. Of course, it's much easier playing down a player or 2 in search than it is the other game modes. So basically you have to play it a certain way, but you can definitely get away with it. Today I wanted to talk to you guys about, something going from Advanced Warfare back to Black Ops 3, a more traditional Call of Duty. And one thing I honestly believe is that I think a lot of the up-and-coming Call of Duty players that really ended up grinding out Advanced Warfare and getting quite good at the game, I think they're in for a rude awakening when it comes to Black Ops 3, and I think they're going to struggle mightily. So I kind of wanted to talk to you guys about that today, and I just wanted to see if you guys agree with me or not. Like I said, with Advanced Warfare changed Call of Duty quite a bit. I mean, the game was nothing. It was nothing at all like a normal Call of Duty, obviously, with the jetpacking and the jumping and everything and the speed of the game. What Advanced Warfare did was it really changed the concept of how Call of Duty is played. Now, when you go back to the older Call of Duties, especially with Black Ops 2, Black Ops 1, Ghost for the most part, and most of the other Call of Duties, the classic ones, Call of Duty was more about out-positioning your opponents. And you might be saying, well, there's gun skill involved. Well, yeah, there's gun skill involved, but for most players, most good players to phenomenal players, there's not a hell of a lot of difference, really, when it comes to gun skill, believe it or not. I know a lot of you guys might say, oh, well, yeah, there is. There's a huge difference when it comes down to the pros. Well, really, there's not. Basically, when it comes to Call of Duty, it's LT-RT, aim in, LT, shoot RT. I mean, that's really the gist of shooting on this game. It's LT-RT. Now, once in a while, of course, you get somebody who drop shots or jump shots, which is basically in there to confuse confuse your enemy. That's why people drop shot. That's why people jump shot. Basically, they're hoping that if they jump or drop, you'll miss maybe one extra bullet on them, and they'll be able to connect all of their shots. And of course, this does happen occasionally. And this guy right here, this Fluff guy, he's a pretty good player. This guy really knows the ins and outs of search. That's a hell of a spot right there, the little spot underneath the tank. In case you guys didn't know that, if you guys still play this game competitively, that's a nice little spot. So this guy knows his stuff. And of course, I think right now one of our guys already backed out on us. Or no, not quite yet, but basically I think both of these guys die this round and immediately back out. So that's when you'll see Junior and I put on Backpacker Pro here and basically carry each other to the win. But anyways, getting back to it, really Call of Duty is more about out-positioning. Right there, as you guys can see, why I got that kill there. We both have good gun skill. We both pretty much hit all our shots. What was the difference? The enemy I just shot there was out in the open. I was head glitching on these tires here, which, of course, in real life, I'm guessing bullets are going to go through those tires a little more easily than they did on this game, of course. But that's basically why I won that gunfight. I out-positioned myself. I put myself in an advantageous position where basically I was going to win that gunfight 9 times out of 10. Now, the one time I'm going to lose that gunfight is either leg becomes part of the gunfight, or I end up missing a few shots and he ends up hitting all of his. And that's one thing that you didn't see with Call of Duty Advanced Warfare was when it came to positioning wasn't a big deal in Call of Duty Advanced Warfare. It was more about just raw gun skill, which it's really great to have. I'm not disagreeing with that. I mean, having just all-out raw gun skill is huge in Call of Duty, but like I said, most Call of Duties, especially when it comes to the more traditional ones, which we're going to see with Black Ops 3, basically these up-and-coming players that really showed their shit in Advanced Warfare, I think are going to struggle mightily when this game comes out, and they're going to have to basically relearn the way they played the game. Now, like I said, I want to hear from you guys if you guys agree with me or if you guys think I'm just blowing smoke up your ass. But like I said, that's one of the things I think a lot of these up-and-coming new players are going to struggle with, is that you're not going to be able to just run out in the open and start jumping and sliding and diving and stuff like you did in Advanced Warfare. Now, of course, you have some gimmicks. You have a little bit of a thruster pack and your ability to run on the wall, but what I found to be true, especially in the beta, was that if you got caught running on a wall or if you got caught in midair, you're going to lose 99 times out of 100. Well, maybe not 99 times, maybe 90 times out of 100. You're going to lose that gunfight. You're not in an advantageous position in Black Ops 3 being out in the open or up in the air. It's really difficult to control your weapon in Black Ops 3. I don't know if for some of you guys who didn't play the beta, that's one thing I'm warning you about right now. If you're planning on going out there and jumping in the air and trying to win gunfights, you're going to lose most of them. Most of the time, you've got to rely on hip fire and just pure luck, because if I'm on a head glitch somewhere and you're trying to jump in the air trying to clip me, and and my feet are on the ground and you're up in the air, you're probably losing that gunfight every time. Same when you're running on walls. Yes, you can aim in. Yes, you can shoot when you're running on walls. But it is so difficult to control your weapon. And that's why I kind of wanted to make this video, and I figured it'd be a good one to make, especially in League Play and Search and Destroy, where positioning is really all that matters. And I mean, it matters too in a hard point and capture the flag as well. You really need to position yourself well. Pretty much at all times, you really need to have yourself in an advantageous position, because you guys get out in the open, it's going to be really tough to win gunfights. Like I said here, as you can see, what am I doing here? I'm putting myself in position where I have the better chance of winning the gunfight. I'm on a head glitch, I'm laying down on the ground, I'm keeping these guys at a distance with an M8A1, which is a long-range precision weapon. See, these guys really don't have a shot at beating me in these gunfights. Now, is it possible that I could lose some of these gunfights? Yeah, oh, absolutely. And sometimes you do. Sometimes it's one thing you'll see me do a lot of times when I'm running my thermal sniper rifle class. I don't have toughness on in that class. And toughness was a crutch perk in this game. You had to run toughness, pretty much. But why don't I run toughness? Well, I run a thermal, I run smoke, and I run cold-blooded. So if somebody else is running a thermal, they can't see me right through the smoke. So that's one of the reasons why. But like I said, I just kind of wanted to bring you guys basically some knowledge of the Black Ops 3 beta. And here you guys you'll see me get owned here. I thought I had my 6 covered, but unfortunately I didn't. This guy he outplayed me. It was a smart play. I should have waited a little bit longer, but that's one thing you'll find out in Call of Duty, is that timing is a big part of the game. Sometimes you'll even put yourself in the better position, but you'll be watching left, you'll be watching right. The minute you turn, some guy comes around the corner. Unfortunately, there's not a hell of a lot you can do. It's just, like I said, it's just sheer luck. I love the teabag afterwards. I thought about sending him a message and saying, hey, bud, I hope that teabagging helps you win some more games being up 2 players. But I figured I'd be a nice guy this round and just rely on pure gun skill here and trying to outposition these guys. Now, what I'm going to tell you guys here, because I figured I'd end the second part of the video here, giving you guys a few tips on what to do when you're in League Play, when you're in a even in public matches. I have this problem too, where you join and your team's down a couple of players, and it makes it a struggle. But one thing you have to remember is typically when people have the numbers advantage, they're going to come after you. They're going to be very aggressive. Now, what Junior and I do here to counter the aggressiveness is we play more conservatively. And I know that might seem like common knowledge, but a lot of times I see even some of the better players out there, you know, oh, well, you know, I'm a hell of a shot. I'm a really skilled player. I'm just going to push these guys nonstop, and we'll just kill these guys. Well, that's not the way you need to play.
Charges acquired.
Now, one thing you guys got to remember is, again, play back, play conservatively, and also play for picks. You know, as you can see here, I'm head glitching these boxes back here. I've got an M8. This is a long-range precision weapon. You're gonna struggle beating me off of this head glitch. Basically, the only times you're gonna beat somebody on a head glitch is if, one, you get lucky and you basically shoot through the shit you're head glitching, or if you get sniped off of it, which does happen, you know, once in a while. But as you can see, excuse me, guys, as you can see here, you know, you want to get the numbers advantage. Right now, you get a couple of kills. Basically, it's 2v2, you know, and of course, you know, again, we have the numbers advantage here, or we get the numbers back to even. And that's what you want to do. Just take your time, work to get those first couple of kills. Because, again, if you guys didn't realize this in Search and Destroy, basically the way you win Search and Destroy is by getting basically numbers in your favor. You know, you always want to get that first blood when you get into Search and Destroy. Again, I know it seems sometimes, you know, common knowledge, you know, hey, obviously you want the numbers in your favor. But a lot of times people don't think that way. They think, oh, what the hell, I'm just going to push out and get a bunch of kills and, you know, go from there. But like I said, it's just that's not how it works. You always want to play the mind game. You want to play, you know, the numbers game. Search and Destroy is not like Hardpoint. It's not like Capture. Well, it's a little Capture the Flag's a little bit closer to Search and Destroy because you have a spawn delay in there, but. You know, especially Team Deathmatch, Domination, Demolition, all those games you play in public matches, you know, once you die, you're back up to, you know, a second or two later. In Search, it's not that way. I mean, you have one life, and that's it. Otherwise, you know, when you go down and Search and Destroy and you give the other team the numbers, you're kind of fucking yourself and your team. So like I said, that's why you see Junior and I playing back, and I know a lot of people probably say, oh, these guys are being a bunch of bitches, you know, they're playing back here. But, you know, that's not the case. We're playing smart. Don't ever worry about what other people think of your play style, too. If you want to sit back and play smart, sit back and play smart. That's going to win you most of your matches. You know, running out in the open, and like I said, this again comes back to Advanced Warfare. Running out in the open isn't going to win you gunfights. Sometimes you get lucky because people just, you know, they think, okay, you know, I've just got this great raw gun skill, but if I outposition you, I'm going to win probably 9 times out of 10, as I've been saying over and over again. You're just not going to win those gunfights. But like I said, basically I get my streaks doubled over here again, and luckily I end up basically outperforming these guys by staying alive, getting my streaks. I think I end up dropping 16 as my final number. But like I said, I want to hear your opinions in the comment section if you think I'm right about the next upcoming game, and let me know if you like these kind of videos where I give you some tips and pointers to try to get you into Masters Division. But I hope you guys enjoyed the video. We'll see you next video, and bow out.